Hello, welcome back. Back with some more Yawg League content. My name is Meat, also known as Zane. We won the die roll. We are on the play, yes sir. Every day of the week. We are not Legacy Dredge, and we are not Legacy Reanimator. This hand is really good. We have a turn 1 Ignoble. Wish it was a Halfling, but it's okay. And then we have Yawgmoth, Yawgmoth. We are missing the black land, the second black mana source besides Ignoble. So if Ignoble doesn't die, then we're in a little bit of trouble, but I think we keep this. We don't know what our opponent's on, but let's get it. So I adjusted the camera a little bit. Take my turn here real quick. I adjusted the camera and the settings a little bit because I noticed in my last few videos it was like getting in front of the screen or getting onto the battlefield. So I just wanted to adjust that. Hopefully it's more clear for the viewers now. Play out Ignoble, pass it back to the opponent. Probably not going to live, but you know. Oh, burn. Oh, it is going to live. Oh, let's see. All right, burn is an interesting matchup. Gris is Gris on top. Oh, we love that. We are not blocking. So this burn is always burn I found always to be a very close games. We'll just play out Grist here. We'll just start plussing. Strangle Root, that's fine. Kind of wish we had that. Burn I've always found to have extremely close games between Yawgmoth and Burn. Like we're always the games end up being very close in life total, and it just becomes a matter of how you do blockers and all that. How many burn spells they draw. We drew a land, awesome. We are always blocking this. Spend a Rift Bolt. Spend 2 Rift Bolts. Okay, that's gonna hurt. But it's okay. So it's gonna, let's see, we're gonna go down from 8 to 12. And they're gonna have 5 cards in hand. So we have a few options here. I think, so I could Eldritch right now for a Ignoble, or not Ignoble, an Innkeeper, and then I could start like plussing and like making tokens with Grist and gaining life. But with the 2 Rift Bolts suspended, I feel like it's gonna get targeted. But are we okay with that? Hmm. No, I think this turn. Okay, I think this turn we just play Yawgmoth. So we'll plus here. We'll play Yawgmoth. Ooh, Hapatra. I kind of wanted that. And then we will, if they send both at Yawgmoth, like we're totally happy with that. But then my plan next turn is to play Young Wolf, Eldritch the Young Wolf, get a Blood Artist, and then just go to town. Let's see what they send. They send both at us, that's fine. They have 4 cards in hand, they have 5 cards in hand now. Play a land. Skewer, ow. Oh, they are dealing a lot of damage. Skewer, Skewer, Jesus. So they have 2 cards in hand. About to be 1 card in hand. They're not attacking. So they can't have a Skullcrack here, which is good. What do we want to do? So we're gonna play Yawgmoth. Oh, we just win. Oh wait, no. I thought that we had a second Young Wolf. So we're gonna start off with Young Wolf, and then we're gonna Eldritch the Young Wolf. Eldritch, always yield. Okay. Get a Blood Artist. We could also just try to win here. I don't think... I mean, we probably want to, right? So we have... Yeah, we have a few looks. So we'll sacrifice our insect token, save artist, or save there, always yield. Because if we allow them to untap and they draw another burn spell, it could be pretty bad. Always yield. If we draw cord, we can just win. Not draw it. target there. We have one more look. Did not get there because we need to hold up 5 to cord for. Oh well, I guess we have one more look. No, we don't because we have double black here, so we have to have 3 green creatures. So guess we just pass it back. Yeah, let's just pass it back. Sure. Okay. We're still fine here. We're gonna go up to 4. Yeah, and then yeah, we're fine. We're gonna be at 1. That's fine. Yeah. Now you may be thinking, oh, we're at 1. How are we ever gonna win? Don't even worry about it. So we're gonna go. Let's see here. So we can cord for the Prosperous. We can't get Hapatra because she's dead. Yeah, I think that's the best thing to do here. So we just cord. We'll play that. We'll just cord 3. We'll cord for 2. Yep. We'll get a Prosperous Innkeeper. Always yield. And now we're gonna plus on Grist, so we go back up to 2. Oh, I mill another cord, but it's fine. Always yield. Oh, we milled a Grist too, so there we go. Nice. So then we're gonna pay 1 life, sacrifice the token, and yeah, now we win. So then we just go 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. We just get like another Undying creature, doesn't matter which one we get, and there we go. Nice. So yeah, I mean, as you saw in that game, we went down to 1 life, but so they were calculating that they were going to kill us on 3 because they had, oh, we're going to Skullcrack and then we're going to Lava Spike. They actually did that out of order, so they definitely should have Skullcracked me first to stop any life gain. But I don't think they knew that we were going to go up because I was killing my own creature, then I was also killing their Blood Art or their Goblin Guide, so we were actually gaining 2 life there. We were actually netting a life instead of just staying even with Yawgmoth. So we go up to 4. Next turn we just we have enough. Next turn we can even sacrifice with Grist if we need to gain life, and then we have looks at whatever we need. But very cool. A burn is always it's always fun. Like it's always very close. It's not really. I wouldn't say there's really a blowout until we eventually win. Or until if they just have like a bunch of direct damage burn spells, like we can't. There's not much we can do about that. But if they have creatures, then we can like start blocking and all that. So for this matchup, we'll bring in Haywire Might and Shieldred, and Scavenging Ooze. Scavenging Ooze coming in clutch. I did not have him in my deck last few games. I had Magus in instead of Scavenging Ooze, and there's so many times where I'm just like, oh, I wish Scavenging Ooze was here. Let's see what else. And then we could bring in a Fatal Push for their creatures. Maybe. Try it out. I haven't. So I'm new to running Fatal Push in the sideboard. I haven't really tried it that much, but I'll test out the 1 here, see how I like it. And then in this matchup, we actually cut 1 Yawgmoth since he is. We always love Yawg Daddy, right? We're all Yawgmoth players. We all love Yawgmoth, but in Burn we don't like the paying the 1 life there. Then we take out 2 Grist because Grist is just a little bit slow, especially on the draw. And then we take out cord, 2 cords, because we love our blockers. Like we love Wall of Roots, we love Delighted Halfling is so good. A Young Wolf, obviously, Strangleroot Geist, and then Hapatra. We keep it all of the 1-ofs. We keep an Innkeeper, Hapatra, Blood Artist, Bowmaster, all that, and then let's just run it back. They're going to be on the play. Ooh, so this hand, like it's okay. It has like a Strangleroot Geist Endurance, but then it's like, well, like we're kind of waiting on the top of our deck. So I think they're mold to 6. We're also gonna mold to 6. This hand is much better. They're starting with 6. We will keep. We're actually going to put back the peat land because we don't like taking damage. And we are going to, these young wolves are just going to, they're going to be our little soldiers. They're just going to get in there and block whatever the hell they play. We don't care if they die. Ooh, okay, Sheoldred's really good. Young wolf, get in. To the front lines. And they had no burn spell turn 1, which is interesting. They play Inspired Advantage. If they go Rest in Peace here, I'm going to be quite surprised. Okay, they didn't. Okay, awesome. So I don't know what they are doing. I guess I'll just attack here with my first one. And we'll just play another one. I don't really want to cord for 0, like to get a Dryad Arbor. There's no reason for me to do that. Skullcrack, sure, that's one Skullcrack down. Like I could have held up the young wolves and like cord for 0, but that's very likely that they just hold up a burn spell. Like here, they would have just held up a burn spell and they would have killed our thing. Awesome, Bowmasters. So now that we have Bowmasters, we'll just swing both here. We could cord for 2, but they're not playing creatures, they're not really doing much, so we don't really have to do much either. They're not even doing anything end step, which is interesting. So they're missing land drops and they're not playing anything. So I don't know what they could be holding up here. I guess we'll just flash in Bowmasters. Maybe try to bait a removal spell or whatever they could have in their hand. No? Okay. Then I'll just start off by attacking before playing the Sheoldred. Okay, now they have something. Skullcrack again, sure. Interesting. Swing with all of them. Then play out Shelly. Good old Shelly, get in there. So they can't go end of turn Path to Exile because they tapped out. They lose 2 life, and they concede. Alright, well, I don't know what they had in their hand, but usually burn games are a lot closer than that. I don't know what they kept, if their hand was like 2 lands, 2 burn spells, and then 6 cards. Like they had no other burn spells that we saw, right? They had no creatures, that unless they just didn't play them out because we had young wolves. And then they were missing land drops. So what 6 cards did they have in their hand? Like burn doesn't play 3 mana spells, so I don't know. But hopefully you saw in the first game there how close games of burn can be. Like they got us all the way down to 1 life, and we were able to bring it back by navigating our deck and toolboxing correctly and getting the right cards. In this matchup, in the second game, it was kind of a steamroll. I really don't know what they could have. I don't know what they were holding up or what hand they kept, but whatever they did was not good to what we were doing. So, like, even if they had creatures, you'd think that they would just, I don't know. I mean, I guess we did always have a young wolf up, but you'd think they would just swing in to try to, trade and get the young wolves undying off of them already. But yeah, once you would resolve a Sheoldred, if they don't have a path to exile, then it's so hard for them to come back. Like gaining any life against burn is so hard for them to come back from, because you have to think in this matchup especially, your ignobles, your delighted halflings, your bird of paradises, whatever. If you play that on turn 1 and they use a bolt on it, you are so happy with that. You are happy with them taking 3 damage away from your face and to your creatures. Because there have been multiple, I play against burn a lot, and there are so many games where it goes down to the wire, and that one decision that they made at the beginning to bolt the bird cost them the game. I ended the game. There are many games where I end the game at like 3 life, 2 life, 1 life, right? And maybe over the course of that game, they spend 1 burn spell, maybe 2 on a creature, and if they just went face with it, I would have lost. So, yeah. We can deal with Burn's creatures very efficiently with our Undyers, but we manage getting around their direct damage burn spells and trying to play around those is more of a challenge. But we're able to get there. Always very close games versus Burn. Thank you guys very much for watching, and I will see you all in the next video.